right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good, and that makes it 24-13. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now Hall to start the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A play fake, now Fields to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields buying time to his left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or close.
And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On second down, a run with Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun on third down, Fields dancing to his left. Fields hit and the ball is loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He'll get this to Lazard, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. Now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. There he goes right side. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers again now. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground. Hall looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Hall again on 2nd down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In motion left is Wilson. Here's Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. On first down, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 28 yards. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Crosby on now to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go in all of a sudden, they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Devontae Wyatt in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. Fields. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall, and he is going to lose yardage here. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ronald Jones, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Zerline good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And again, it's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession. Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football. Agree to disagree, I guess. Can you tell what I played? Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go. I took a shot. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game. Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Back to throw. Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7th. They'll go again to Jones. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
To throw is Rodgers. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses,